Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is the second video that I'm gonna upload from my How to Write Better song series, and these are just kind of like shorter videos, like just giving you tips on specific things that you guys want to know when it comes to songwriting. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time, so I'm going to try to explain this topic very quickly. So this is about finding your sound. Let's get into it. So anytime I'm presented with this question, like how can I find my own sound? You know, it's a loaded question because it's hard for me to tell you exactly how to find your own sound. I really feel like it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of testing out producers. It's a lot of building that experience as a songwriter, as a music creator, and then finding what works best for you and then kind of like being really consistent with it. And honestly, that can take time. It took time for me to do that, and that's why I'm so excited about my EP, because it's 100% me. I wrote every single word. It's just all of my ideas. It's all of that experience that I've had as a writer and a singer just coming together and just showcasing like all of my talents to you guys. So I'm like super excited for you to hear it. And just going into finding your sound, I'm going to try to like break it into like 3 categories. So the first category is just being okay with fitting in a box. So let me explain myself a little bit more. When I say that it should be okay for you to fit in a box, it's because you want to almost fit in this tribe of artists that sound like you, that write like you. And I think that's helpful when you're trying to like get on playlists or even like trying to build a fan base, because fans of a particular artist that sounds like you could very well listen to your music and become a fan of your music because you have a similar sound, and they're looking for more artists that have that sound because that's what they like. You want that. You want to kind of bleed into other fan bases to help your own community grow. I know there's people out there that feel like it's best to be super innovative as an artist and recreate the wheel, but I just don't believe in recreating the wheel. I believe in finding what you love, finding what works best for you, fitting in that box, and living your best life in that box and building your tribe through that box. If you can, if that's like a goal of yours to be just a super innovative artist, go for it. But I don't think that that's 100% necessary to become a great songwriter, to become a great artist, because we're all inspired by someone else. We all fit into boxes. If you're a rapper, are you a Kendrick Lamar? Are you a Lil Durk? Are you Drake? Are you like, what type of artists are you? Because those are completely different artists that have completely different sounds. You know, what category would you fit in as a singer? Are you more like Jasmine Sullivan, or are you an artist more so like Selena Gomez, or are you like Brandy? Like, what type of artist are you? What category do you fit in? If there's a playlist that's being made, it's very unlikely that Kate Bush and Lil Kim are going to be on the same playlist. If there is one, if you can make that happen, please let me know how you finessed that, because I'd like to know how that relates. Those are 2 different artists that will fit in 2 different boxes. So on to my next point, or my next category, which is vocal style. You want to figure out, what is your vocal style? What type of vocalist are you? If you've ever been like in a school choir or church choir, then you know that you fit in one of those categories: soprano, alto, tenor, bass, you know, and there's like a second soprano and all that, but that's a topic for another day. You'll fit in one of those categories. what is your vocal style? Are you a soprano? Do you have like a really high voice? Can you hit like whistle notes like Mariah Carey? Are you good at belting? Like, what is your vocal style? Or are you more like Jhené Aiko, who has like a more melodic, sweet, soft sounding voice? Are you good at runs like Jazmine Sullivan? Do you have like more of an R&B sound? Finding that vocal style is something that you really need to take and find out for yourself, because then whatever artist kind of has that same vocal style, then you want to look into their production and the production style that they use that, you know, fits well with their voice. I think finding a great producer is the key to finding your sound. You want to find a producer that understands where you're trying to go as an artist, that understands your voice. If you have a soft and sweet voice like Jhené Aiko, then you're not going to have like this heavy hitting, distracting beats that kind of overpower your voice. But if you do have like a bigger voice that can like cut through really big production with a lot going on in the song, like for example, Beyonce, she has a voice that can cut through. So if you listen to like B-Day, like the production is super big, you know, like Mission One, I'ma get this song, you see me in the dress, I'ma get me some, hey, that song by Beyonce. I just forget the name, like the name is just not coming to my head, but like the production is wild, like huge production, and her voice just cuts through. Like on that whole album, the production is like so big and her voice cuts through. That type of production probably wouldn't work for me, you know, because my voice is kind of like, it's kind of soft, so it's not gonna like cut through that type of music. So I like something that's just a little bit more chill and kind of stripped a little bit, so it's not overpowering my voice. So that's something that you need to learn, like what works for you. And like I said in the beginning, it's a lot of trial and error. It's not gonna be something that you figure out overnight, but if you just really kind of experiment with different sounds, and I do think YouTube is a great resource on finding you know, your favorite artist type beat, because that can give you like a reference or a guide to like figuring out what's going to work best with your voice, finding the right production style, working with a really good producer who's interested in helping to develop that sound for you. You don't want to make a producer something that they're not. I think a lot of producers kind of like, they get flustered and they don't like kind of dabbling into worlds that they're not familiar with. So if they do like hip hop beats, you can't really make them do like ballads, because they'll be like, I'm completely out of my element. Now some will try to do it and take your money. I've had that in the past. Like I will tell them, hey, this is what I want, and instead of telling me I can't do this, they're gonna like just take my money, make some trash ass beat, and I'll be on my way. And I felt like that was a lesson learned. So I'm telling you guys, don't let that happen. Kind of like see what they're about. Don't try to force a sound onto a producer. Try to find a producer that is at least in the lane that you want and go from there. So that is my advice for finding your sound. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know like what other, you know, specific topics you'd like for me to cover. I'd be glad to get a video out for you. These do not take me very long. These are very quick. I can upload them right away. So let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys soon.